Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's been over 2 weeks since I've been using my iPhone 17 Pro, and I thought I'll do another review where I can give you insights of how it's been after I've used it for a prolonged period of time. It's actually been like almost 3 weeks since I got it. So let's dive into it. The iPhone 17 Pro is made of an aluminium body. So does the phone actually heat up or not? Does the battery actually last an entire day? Was putting in a vapor cooling chamber actually a good decision from Apple? I've been using this phone for a while and now I can give you a full review of it. Okay, so the very first thing I would love to talk about is the battery life. So I switched from a 13 Pro Max to a 17 Pro. So the battery size is smaller, but I really want to tell you that the battery actually does last the whole day. If you charge it in the night up to 100%. It charges up to 80% really quickly, and then it takes time so that the battery is in good health. So once it's 100, when you wake up in the morning, it actually lasts the whole day. And I say this after having like 6 to 7 hours of screen time on an average, and I use everything, Instagram, YouTube, you name it, editing videos. I do all of it and it does not drain. So I absolutely love that. I love a phone with a good battery and I'm actually impressed by this. I've already spoken about how I feel of the body. It's an aluminum body and I was using a titanium body iPhone. I definitely like the titanium more because of its feel, but honestly after you put on the cover, it doesn't really feel much different because you're using the cover, right? So when you take the cover off, there's definitely a lot of difference. But if you're someone like me who's going to be using a cover at all times, it's not really that much of a problem. So the new iPhones also have a A19 Pro chip. So I did not really know what that means because I'm not a tech geek, but I read something. But even before I read something, when I first got the phone, as I said, I was using a 13 Pro Max before this, and then I got the 17 Pro. So I was transferring data, right? So while it was transferring and all, right after it, when I used the 17 Pro, it was just quick. It was really quick, like switching between apps and all of it. The phone was functioning really fast, and my first reaction was like, dude, this is like really quick. My 13 Pro Max suddenly started to feel like it was not as fast, even though that's not true. It was good for what when it came out in its time, like 3 to 4 years ago. But after that, the 17 was super duper fast. Like with the speed, the way you can switch between apps and you can like open multiple apps and function in the phone, I love it. With that being said, if you've come so far in the video, please subscribe to my channel. I'm new and I love creating content, and it would mean a lot to me if you guys supported it. So my biggest concern and a lot of things that I've read online when I purchased the phone, and I was freaking out myself, was that the phone was heating up of a lot of people. So I'll tell you, when I was transferring my data from 13 to 17, the phone was heating up and I was worried because there was this whole thing made around the phone that it does not heat up. They've added a new vapor cooling chamber. So I was like, my 13 Pro Max used to not heat up this much, and the 17 is really heating up. So, but the thing is, after like 2 days, I would say, after using the phone, once all the data was transferred, after I'd done everything, whatever I wanted to download on it, after that it did not heat up. It really did not. So during the transfer, yeah, it heats up a lot. It was something that even freaked me out. But after the transfer, no, it really has not. Like I'll tell you, yesterday I was on my terrace and it was like the sun was completely out and I stayed there for 30 minutes. I was recording videos on my phone as well. And my phone did not heat up. Usually my 13 Pro Max, if I would be using it in direct sunlight, in a few minutes it would catch on to the heat. But the 17 Pro Max, I was using it in the heat, recording videos in the heat. It did not heat up. So yeah, it does not heat up, and the vapor cooling chamber really was a fantastic decision, I think. And I'm happy. I've been editing videos on my phone for hours because I'm a slow editor. I do my work on my phone. I do everything on my phone. We all have a phone in our hands all day long. And my phone is not heating up. Like I use it all day long. The battery does not drain. I mean, the battery drains to the extent like by the end of the day it will have like 18%, 15%. So it's not like it's draining super quickly. It stays the whole day. By the time you go to bed, it's like 12%. But the battery stays intact and it does not heat up. I'm so happy that the phone does not heat up. Another thing which I want to mention as someone who switched from 13 to 17, that the speaker of this phone is amazing. It's so loud, especially when I'm editing videos now. I get really skeptical because I can hear things so loudly on my phone, but I'm not sure if other people can hear it. So I'm not sure if I'm adjusting the volume correctly. If I'm not, and if you cannot hear me, please comment down so I can make these changes when I edit the video. But otherwise, the speaker is like super loud, at least in comparison to my 13 Pro Max. It's very loud. I can like really hear everything really loud, and I usually have to keep the volume on a lower end so that it's not too loud and it's not bothering other people around me. Now I want to talk about this. I spoke about this even in the last video, that if I record a video with the fan on, you can barely hear my voice. It really catches on to the speed of the sound of the fan, right? So right now what you're hearing is, again, I'm not wearing a mic and I'm recording this with the fan off. Now I'm gonna turn the fan on and I'll just tell you how my day was so that you can hear and you can see for yourself if you're able to hear me or not, because the fan is on. You can already start to hear it, I guess. So I'm gonna say how my day was. So I woke up and I did not want to go to the gym. I'm feeling so lazy because I have not been consistent, but I decided to go. Alright, I went and did my workout and I came home and I put on this hair mask which I have been delaying for 3 weeks, which is a long time because I got super dry hair. And I put on this hair mask, let it on for 20 minutes, and then I washed my hair, and then I was like, I'm finally gonna sit and record a video. So here I am recording and the fan is on. I don't know if you could hear anything or not. Whatever I said, I don't know how much of it you could hear, but the fan was on. Now the fan is off, so you can tell for yourself which is better, how it works, what you need if you're going to be recording or creating content. And as I mentioned in the previous video, the photography in low light and videography in low light really is amazing. It's a massive upgrade from what I used to have, so I'm happy. Maybe it's not a worthy upgrade from 16 to 17, but from someone who had a 13, it's a huge upgrade and I am really happy. The low light video and photography for me is mwah. And also, with that being said, there are some features over here which are completely new, which I did not have in my 13 Pro Max. The number one being the cleanup feature and the Genmoji feature both of which I don't really like. I don't feel like they do the work. Okay, and I would love to speak about that, but this is a 17 Pro review and this is not something, the Genmoji and the cleanup is not something which is specific to 17 Pro. I think they're also there in 16 and maybe 15, I'm not sure. So I'm not going to be adding them in this because it's not specific to 17 Pro. This is only for everything that is new in the 17 Pro and how it has been. Overall, my experience has been really nice. I am so looking forward to creating content. I've been so busy because there's Diwali, there's cleaning, I've been traveling. It's been so busy for me. But the moment I've got a whole calendar prepared, and the moment I get the time, I'm gonna make the goddamn time and I'm gonna record. That's how excited I am. So anyway, that's it for today. I hope you got everything you wanted to know from me from this video about the 17 Pro. If there's any other questions you might have, drop it down in the comments and I will answer them. Bye and have a good day.